Yeah, middle and top two.
I think I'll keep.
We'll keep it too.
Mountain, pass turn.
Draw. Library. And I'll pass two.
I'll play factory, pass turn.
Yeah. Draw during your turn with the library.
Yep.
Okay. And I'll draw for turn now. Strip mine. We'll cast Ivory Tower. I have 7 cards in hand. I'll be okay for now.
You good?
Yeah, I'll pass. Yeah.
I'll play mountain. Activate and attack for 2.
Mm-hmm. No blocks. Take 2.
Pass turn.
In response, I draw with library. Upkeep. I have 8. I gain 4. Draw for turn. We'll play Maze of It.
Yep.
And I will cast a rack. And I will pass turn. I have 7 in hand.
Play mountain. I'll tap 3 for mechanics.
Yep.
Pass turn.
End of turn, I'll draw with library. Untap. Upkeep. I have 8 in hand. So I gain 4. Bonne nuit les gars et les filles. So I gained 4 life and I will draw for turn. Play a mountain. I will strip the Mishra's factory. I'll play another rack.
Okay.
And
I got 5.
Last turn, so I have 7 in hand.
Play mountain.
Oh, there's there. Yep.
I'll tap 4. I'll play clay statue.
Okay.
And pass turn.
End of turn. Activate library. Row 1. Upkeep. I gain 4 more. 5.
You're at 30.
Yeah. Draw for turn. Play a mountain. And I will cast the Winds of Change. So I will shuffle back 7 cards from my hand.
I got 4.
Okay. So now we get to draw these, not mill them. So 7. I will cast an Ivory Tower. And I will pass turn. I have 6 in hand.
I'll play a factory.
Mhm.
I'll play an ATOG. Pass turn. 3 in hand.
Okay. On tap. Upkeep. I have 6. I gain 4 life. 4 more. My baby made a nightmare. Had a nightmare. So upkeep. I gain life. I will draw for turn. You have 5 land. Okay. I put my 5th too. And you got an ATOG. Oh. That's pretty scary. You have an ATOG. Crap. I will cast a land tax. Just in case. And I will pass turn. I have 5 in hand.
Tap 2. I'll play a Felwer Stone.
Yep.
Activate the factory. I'll attack with everything.
Okay. I have no blocks. And I will take all. So no effect before damage.
What's that?
I take them all. So how many do I take?
Well, you have Amazing Death, don't you?
Yeah, I have. But I'm waiting. Of course.
Okay, I'm attacking like this, straight up.
Okay. Right. So yeah, I won't use it. Then that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, who are you amazing? The clay statue?
None. None of them.
Oh, you're not gonna. So you're taking 7 then. The factory, ATOG, clay statue, and mechanics.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I will mace the statue then.
Okay, so then you take 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass turn. I got 3 in hand.
No. I had already. I gained 1 back. I thought I had 5. So, You're done?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no library this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no tax either. I gain 2 life from the towers, and I'll draw. Yep. And I will play a strip mine,
Okay.
and I'll destroy yours. Yeah, the factory,
Okay.
and I'll pass turn.
I got 3 in hand. Draw. I'll play mountain.
Yeah.
So you're at what right now? You're at 32. Holy cow.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll attack with everything.
Yeah. I'll take everything except the statue.
Okay, so you take 2.
Okay.
You're at 30. Pass turn.
On top. Upkeep, I gain 2. Draw for turn. And I'll pass.
Okay, I got 3 in hand.
Yeah.
I'll attack with everything.
Yeah. I'll maze the statue.
You take 2.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
On tap. Upkeep. I have 6 in hand, so I gain 4. I'm sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry about. It is what it is.
So 7 in hand, and you have 20 life.
Yep.
Wow. Pretty annoying. 6, 7. I have 7 in hand. I will use library to draw right now. Okay. I'll cast another rack. And I have 7 in hand, and I'll pass. Once again.
Well, I'll attack with everything, and then you take 2.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
Take 2. Okay. Untap. Keep 7 in hand, so that makes 6 life.
I don't have enough dice, so I'm just gonna count on you being honest.
Sorry?
I don't have
I
enough
didn't hear
dice
you.
to keep track of your score, so just yeah, you're good.
Yeah, why didn't I use 100 dice? Well, never mind. 30, whatever. So upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, draw for turn. Come on. Yeah, can't deal with anything. Use library. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, not yet. I have to cast this use this to draw. Come on. And I have to play something. You have mana open. Well, never mind. Another tower, just to be sure. And I'll pass with 7 in hand.
I'll play mountain. I'm not gonna bother attacking. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you have 4 in hand.
5.
5. Okay. Maybe I can hope for something. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will cast the Winds of Change and just cast Winds of Change because I can. 7 in hand. Sometimes combos don't show. Whoa. So 7.
So how much do you gain? 12.
I should gain 12 per turn. Yes.
All right. Dude,
No.
dude, I'm gonna concede this match, dude, because I'm never gonna gain anything. I concede.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I was
No, don't
waiting
be
for
sorry,
it.
dude. That's a good deck, man. It's just nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, you didn't play Shatterstorm.
I don't have it, so.
No, that's a pity because Shatterstorm ruins my deck easily.
Well, it's all good, man. I got to run. I got something to do anyway. So good games, bro.
Okay, well, have a nice day. I hope.
Hey, congratulations, Matt. So, wow, that was a very, very interesting deck, my friend. How did you come up with this idea for this deck?
Actually, it was an archetype. It came up because it was the only type of deck that had the full combo in it by itself, with no ABU cards included.
Yeah. Is this a
So
deck that you've played before in the past?
excuse me, I didn't hear you.
Sorry, Matt. Is this a deck that you've played before in the past?
No. I never played it.
Oh,
I
you
never
never
played
played
it.
this before. So this is your first time playing this particular type of deck.
This type of deck, not really big, but the Four Horsemen format is
Yes.
totally
Okay.
new for me.
Right. Yeah, it's brand new. Yeah, we just made it up 4.5 weeks ago.
Mhm.
So Chains of Mephistopheles, that has always been a powerful card. When I was playing, I was very poor and making minimum wage, and even back then, that card and the moxes and all that stuff was really very expensive. Uh, I could never get my hands on a chains, not even an Italian one. So I never played it. I never learned how to take advantage of that card. But now that we have this format and we allow the proxies, this opens this up to anyone who can come up with these interesting combos. You don't need to have the cards, and like you
Mm.
said, Shatterstorm would have been an amazing sideboard card for Andrew. It looked like to
Yeah.
me he did have some artifact removal
Even in the main deck, actually, because
Yes, right, because
each deck plays artifacts.
yeah, he's wise enough to know that everybody's running lots of powerful artifacts, but it wasn't sufficient to stop you. And I think once you pull off your the chains of Mistopheles winds of change combo, and the opponent loses their hand, I think it's pretty
Yeah.
much game over from there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's done from the start.
So
And I had really the perfect hand to
yeah,
line up each card in a really timely manner. So
right. So in the we wanted this first version, this first tournament. We actually did not want the rules to be too restrictive. Nick Brier put the first rule set together, and we didn't have very many banned or restricted cards at all, and we had
yeah,
no points assigned. So
yeah, and that might be an issue
well, yeah,
because
but yeah, please
decks
understand.
can be
Yeah.
overpowered.
Please understand that was actually by design. We wanted
Uh-huh.
to coin this tournament the Wild Wild West of the Four Horsemen. We wanted to see these unbelievably powerful combos. We wanted to see the crazy decks exploiting Abyss and Moat and All Hallows Eve and Chains of Mephistopheles and the robots, the workshops. We wanted to see you know um, these powerful interactions between these four sets, and that way
Yeah.
folks can see. In some of the other formats, I've made some suggestions that certain cards could be restricted and it would help the gameplay and stuff. By having this first tournament be the Wild Wild West and all these crazy exploits and crazy combos that are so powerful, everyone can see, the reasoning then behind, okay, there needs to be a point system, there needs to be banned and restricted. And in fact, that's what we're working on. We have a framework where, we have cards that can be restricted to one, or cards that can be restricted to two, or cards that can be restricted to three quantity. We have a structure of points right now, 1 through 6, where, for example, we're considering to point Library of Alexandria at 6. Cards that are considered for 5 points would be, Land Tax, Mana Drain, Abyss, Moat, Ivory Tower, Tabernacle, Pendra Veil, City in a Bottle, Greater Realm of Preservation, Eureka, Mishra's Workshop, Transmute Artifact, Eureka, Chains of Mephistopheles, Tana's Coffin, All Hallows Eve, Triskelion, and Shazarad. So those are the 5 point right now, and this is rough draft. 4 points, we're thinking Underworld Dreams, Maze of Ith, Living Plains, Mirror Universe, Falling Star, Divine Intervention, Land Equilibrium, Candelabra of Tanos, Ollie from Cairo, and Arena of Ancients. And then from there, it goes down into 3, 2, and 1 points. And with
Mhm.
that point system, we'll be able to, just like they've done in some other formats like 7 Point Singleton and X Point and whatnot, we'll be able to
Yeah.
balance the format. And
And what would be the amount of maximum points
that is the question.
to allocate?
That is the question. So the reason why we have a draft framework that I've put together is, and it's a very good question, is we needed some framework to then apply to the decks, right? So once we, as admins, we've been playing in this tournament, so we haven't looked at the deck lists because we don't want any, advantage, and we're not really trying to win our own tournament. We want the community to have fun playing, and so we haven't looked at the deck list yet. We were planning to look. I believe Nick plans to do a review after we get through this third round of Swiss. We'll be into top 8 at that point. And I
Mhm.
think the plan from there is to then review the decks. And also, I think that, we may be publishing the decks. We may not be. I don't know. Nick is handling that. And then we, of course, want to show the deck photos and let everyone ooh and awe and see the cool creativity. And then we can take those deck lists and apply them to the framework. So for example, we could apply your deck, and we would know right off the bat. You would probably have a deck that's over 50 to 70 points, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, that might be that.
Well, I mean, it may
Which
not be
4 or 5 cards
it
you
might be
mentioned?
bad. It
I
may
have
not be
them.
bad. One of the things we don't want to do is, I've been playing a lot of games, and I find a lot of my games are 2-1 or 3-4 or 4-5. 1 or 2 point point variances, and often the winning blow is a complete surprise. It's a top deck. It's a crazy combo, and it makes the game format so fun, and it gives you such excitement, and I mean, every time I think I'm winning and I think I have an advantage, something happens on the next opponent's turn that completely turns it 180. So
Yeah.
that fun is part of what was designed into these, expansions by Richard Garfield and the others in these early days, and we do not want to kill that fun. So we have to be very careful about how we point. And one way we can do this and still remain so much fun is do very little restrictions. Or if we do restrict, don't restrict to one, maybe restrict to two or three. And if we
Yeah.
if we have this 1 through 6 points, I mean, we have a wide variety of points that can be assigned, and if we give every player 50 points, then they can still have power in their deck. They can still have these, very cool, innovative deck concepts. So this is all. We just need to get through the first tournament, and we need to apply the draft framework. We may have to make changes and tweaks, and we may have to change the points, and then we will decide how many points per deck. It may be 50 points. One deck I know for a fact that was shown to me was over 100 points.
Yeah,
so,
wow.
so
I'm not sure I'm under this. I might be over too.
yeah. Well, if you're interested, we can share the framework with you, and if you're interested in contributing to the rules, or to voting on points and things like that, we may open that up to some of our community members who contribute positively to the community.
Hmm. No, why not?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I could be
Yeah,
really a
we
strategic,
want one that have the time to volunteer.
strategic advisor, but
Yeah, we want people that, number one, have the time to volunteer, and number two, played back in 1993 and 94 and know how the game was played then. Because the other thing that we're trying to do, Matt, is we're trying to not be like every other format. We don't want to be like EC Atlantic. We don't want to be like Swiss, or we don't want to be like X Point. We want to be different, and one of the ways we're being different is we're not using modern rules. Because why would we use modern rules when we're playing this old format? We want to use the rules as they were, or at least as close as possible. We want to use the rules as they were in 93 and 94 because we want to recreate the gameplay experience of 93, 94. So
yeah,
it's a challenge, and we need
and
volunteers
yes,
who are interested in who played at that time and who can bring value to the table and say, this is how it was played back in those days.
yeah. The little issue to this is that it will not be really inclusive to younger players, because the old rules we played and back in these days, we are the only remaining ones to know them. And I forgot slightly how we used the interrupts, because it wasn't really intuitive.
Right, that's true, and
So
that's a fair point. That's a good observation on your part. We did have a few rules, basic rules around like tapped creatures don't deal damage, and we just decided for this first tournament all instance and interrupts play as instance. So basically we said there's no interrupts; they're just instance. You can use the first in, last out rule, which was very easy to understand. And, we really didn't have that many changes. We had to make some comments about Ring of Maroof and Maze of Ith and Mishra's Factory and Falling Star. I mean, we thought it was going to be this really tremendous, undertaking, and it definitely is some decent amount of work. But what we found is it wasn't that hard to address all the points in just a week or so of play testing between me and Nick and Rob and Peter and a few others, and we quickly identified almost all the big hairy problems, and we've addressed them with a special note and a special rule. We've also got a copy of the revised rule book available now, which was the rule book in 94. And, there are a few challenging things about it, but in general, we don't think it's insurmountable to address these play items. And, a 10-minute review of the rules gives you everything you need. And then away you can go and start playing, even if you're a new player with someone playing under modern.
I started with revised, and I didn't get everything right from the
Right.
start. But
And none of us did,
so that doesn't help.
yeah, none of us got everything right when we were kids, and there were lots of sidewalk arguments and a few fistfights, a few cards stolen, a few cards torn, things like that. But certainly where I used to play, there was this place called Heroes Comics, Books, and Games in Fort Worth, and they had a tournament on every. They had the modern, what was Type 2, the standard new release cards on Friday nights, and they would do a Type 1.5 tournament on Saturdays and Sundays, and they had rules, and they had a standard banned and restricted list, like Black Vice and Ivory Tower were restricted, Soul Ring was restricted, Brain Geyser, Demonic Tutor, Regrow was restricted, Mind Twist was
The
restricted.
original restricted.
Yes, it was one of the original, like what they called 1.5. It was in between Type 1 and Type 2. And, we were able to play tournaments twice in that format, Saturdays and Sundays every weekend. And that's how I won a lot of my cards. And that's how I got my collector's edition set and a few other things. So, yeah, I don't think it's an insurmountable task to, come up with the basic rule structure. And I think we're about 80% there, and then we'll make some updates after tournament, number 1.
Yeah, I hope so. But there should be you should pin the rule book on the top of the group, maybe.
Yes, I actually just updated the full section today to do precisely that.
Yeah, there's been I didn't hear what your last sentence was. Sorry.
Oh, I said yes. Just today, one of the group members had actually pinned the link to the revised rule book, and I've added it to the rules section. And if you go into the Four Horsemen group, I posted it in the announcements, so it should be pinned to the top now in the announcements.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's a good addition then.
Yeah.
Just check it out. Yeah.
Okay, well, Matthew, congratulations on your win. So are you undefeated all the way now?
No, I lost my first match against the same deck as mine.
Oh, yeah, okay. So there's another Chains of Mephistopheles wins change deck floating around out there.
Oh no! The chains are just an exotic way to win.
Yeah.
This is the camera. There. This is the card.
Land's Edge. Yes.
I never drew it.
Okay, so your deck is multi-combo. So you have Land's Edge and you land tax, Ivory Tower, and Chains of Mephistopheles and Winds of Change. All of those.
And all the package.
Okay.
And all the four mace.
Oh yes, of course.
All them. Well, only 2 modes, I think, but still.
That's plenty.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I mean, it's a great deck. I can't wait to see the full deck picture. Nick is going to be, publishing those at some point after the Swiss round 3, I believe. We'll be moving to top 8 here, starting tomorrow, and we will be engaging our commentators for the first time now that we're into top 8 and top 4 after that. So we hope to have some live Twitch stream games. We hope to have, we've had about 3 or 4 volunteer vloggers and commentators, including Brier Weissman and Gandalf the Dark over in Europe on your side of the world. Anders, who's a really cool guy. We've had over here in the U.S., we've had Dan and Baron Nick, as well as Edwin the engineer, and of course Mr. Weissman. So we're looking forward to having these streamed, commentated, and get the full commentary going, which should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hope so. Can't wait.
Thanks for playing with us, Matt. Thanks for supporting the group by playing, and thanks for being in the tournament. I did make a post yesterday about the prizes. So there are going to be both participation prizes that everyone receives just for participating, and then we have a layered, tiered structure where when you get into top 8, you get your participant prize plus extra prizes, and if you make top 4, you get those plus even more prizes. So if you place in the top 4, I think you're going to be very, very happy with some very unique, special, and cool prizes from the group.
Yeah, I'm already happy. So
great. Well, please feel free to check out these games. I'm going to be, with your permission, I'm going to be posting these on the YouTube channel, and everyone can see the powerful interactions of these cards.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you, Matt. We look forward to seeing you in top 8 and top 4, hopefully.
Yeah,
Okay,
finals.
cheers.
Bye, man.
All right, thank you. Cheers. Bye bye.
Hey.
Audrey says bye bye. Say bye bye. Bye bye.